Oh, come on, drink up. Look, if you want to get wasted the night before we go on trial, be my guest, but I'm out of here.
Hey, look, we're all in this mess together, okay? So you just better sit back and act like you don't have a care in the world, okay? Suck down a couple of beers, man. United front, remember?
Give me a break, Zach. Todd isn't around. He's hiding out from his old man. Oh, so what kind of united front are you talking about?
Would you just relax, okay? I know what I'm doing here. Come on, let's see if we can score a few points with those babes. Excuse me? My name's Zach, and this is Pal.
Hi.
And,
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Oh, man. What a crazy day.
Want to go someplace else?
Can you believe the nerve of these guys?
Hank, they're scared. Maybe they're just blowing off some steam.
Yeah, could be, Sheila. I don't know. Maybe they think they're so far beyond the law they don't even give a damn about tomorrow. I mean, it's not like they've been accused of anything serious. I mean, they're only standing trial for the rape of Marty Saybrook. No big deal.
I know exactly.
Hey, Larry.
Kevin. That's fine. Listen, man, I'm sorry about all this trouble.
Yeah, I just hope everything works out all right. Mom, I've got to run down the road.
Well, I think you should stay here and hear what Larry has to say.
Oh, right. Mom tells me that, you were going to look into Marty's medical condition.
Look, Larry, the thing is, we all know that Marty has lupus, that she's on medication, and that she does not take care of herself.
And you want to know if this is going to have any effect on her mental state?
Could it? Is it possible that Marty is not, lying, but that she could be having, I don't know, hallucinations or something? Is it possible that she could have imagined this whole rape?
Can I open my eyes up now? Wait, I'm a little afraid of the dark these days.
Well, that's why I want you to see this.
Come forward here. Watch your feet. Keep coming. A little to the right, a little to the right. Keep coming.
Okay, open them up.
Hi, Marty.
Surprise!
Surprise, Marty.
What are you all doing here?
Each one of these folks are your good friends, and, you didn't know you had so many, did you? Well, all these friends just stopped by to let you know that they're standing right behind you 100%. I didn't mean to upset you, Marty.
I'm not upset.
Then why are you crying?
Luna does that, too. She cries whether she's happy or sad when she sees a beautiful sunset and when she burns toast.
I just can't believe you're all here. Who set this up?
I cannot tell a lie. It was Jason.
He's being modest. I just made phone calls. It was his inspiration.
I'm just really lucky to know all of you.
Well, we feel pretty lucky to know you. You bailed me out when I was stuck in jail. You helped Jason here with his troubles. And you've been a real good friend to Jessica Buchanan when her parents were going through rocky times.
Marty, a lot of people care about you, and we start to get worried when you start to lose confidence that no one would believe you when you testified at the rape trial.
So I wanted to show you just how many people there are who do believe you.
And not only believe you, but believe in you and believe in what you become.
Yeah, a rape victim.
That is the last thing you are. A victim does not fight back.
And how come I'm so afraid?
Well, that's why we're here, to cheer you on.
None of you would have done that a year ago.
Marty, you're a different person than you were a year ago. And you haven't had the easiest life. You've had a lot of hurt and a lot of anger. And yes, you've turned it on other people. You've also turned it on yourself.
Isn't that going to come out in the trial? What a bad girl I used to be?
If it does, everyone in this room is ready to testify about how you've changed.
I was trying, at least.
Well, that's the other reason we're here, to help you keep on trying.
I bet you never dreamed you'd take first prize in that music essay contest.
I didn't even know the professor had entered me.
What essay contest?
Well, Marty didn't tell you guys?
No, I don't know anything about this.
Oh, yeah, look through here. Can I get in here? She won an essay called Neglected Women Composers. She wrote an essay about a bunch of women composers and how their work had been ignored because they were women. Well, she won.
What?
First prize in this national competition.
Larry, is it even ethical for you to talk about Marty's condition?
Well, I mean, there is a problem, Kevin.
Doctor-patient confidentiality, right?
Well, no, it's not exactly that. After all, I wouldn't be revealing anything Marty told me in private, and the fact that she has lupus is a matter of public record.
Then why the hesitation?
Well, Vicki, I don't want to say anything that might jeopardize her well-being, either physical or mental. Frankly, these accusations she's made against Kevin and his fraternity brothers, they've worried me from the very start, especially given what I know about her condition.
So you're saying it is possible that she could have imagined the whole thing?
Well, you see, I don't think it's that clear-cut.
What are you saying, Larry? Come on, Kevin's whole future is at stake here. Isn't there any insight you could give us into what's going on in Marty's mind? Anything that could help in Kevin's defense?
Vicki, it's just so painful.
But what is?
Does Marty's behavior remind you of anyone else? When Megan wasn't taking care of herself, when she was drinking too much, when she wasn't taking her lupus medication, her behavior, wasn't it just like Marty's behavior in the past? The wild mood swings, the recklessness. Weren't they similar symptoms? The irrational anger, the paranoia, the morbid delusions?
Every piece of their so-called evidence, every piece of their so-called conclusive evidence of rape is nothing more...
Nora.
Oh, you startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know exactly how you feel.
I've been looking all over the place for you. Wouldn't you like to come home now? Didn't we move in together earlier today?
I must have lost track of the time.
Oh. Are you sure that's all it is?
Oh, if there's only one thing on this earth that I know and that I'm having second thoughts about, it's not you and me.
Good.
This is a ritual that I go through the night before a big trial starts. I rehearse my opening speech in my head, and I make a rough map in my head where I'm going to move when I interrogate the witness. I listen to the acoustics. Anyway, it's like rehearsing for a play, you know, only this time I've got 4 young men who may or may not have futures depending upon how I perform tomorrow. One of them's your nephew. Pressure's kind of on.
Yeah, but you're used to that, aren't you?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever been this scared.
Wait, you select the jury. That's the first thing you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that is completely half the battle, you know? Especially with a crime like rape, you know, where, it just stirs up such complicated gut reactions. If Hank had his way, he'd choose 12 blue-collar ladies who couldn't stand rich people and thought all men were pigs. And if I had my way, I would choose 12 very wealthy men, very wealthy sexist men, who thought that Marty asked for what she got and then deserved when she got it. So the jury's the first battle. And then when the smoke clears, Hank and I are left with a jury that makes us both nervous. A 12-headed, independent-thinking compromise.
Which is good.
Which is good. Yeah. Which is good. And then there's the case itself, which I still don't completely understand. And then there's my very worthy opponent.
Yeah, but look, you and Hank, you squared off together in a courtroom before.
And not for a very, very, very long time. And when we did, it was always rough. Hank is one of the very best lawyers I have ever seen. And he's got this woman working with him this time, Kate Noonan.
I've heard of her, but, you know, you're as good as they are.
Maybe. But then again, Hank knows my weaknesses. I know. And with that knowledge, he could tackle me anytime he wants to, with every chance he gets.
Yeah, but you've got a history, so what? That works two ways. Doesn't he have a chink in his armor that you probably are the only person that knows about that? I mean, you could use that and take a shot at him?
If he does, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, you make him sound like Superman or something like that, you know.
I do?
Yeah, you know, and I was kind of figured maybe you thought I was Superman or something like that.
I do.
Good, good. Then do me a favor. Don't go on and on about Hank the Can and Gannon. All right? Because the last thing I want to do is be jealous of the ex-husband of the woman that I've fallen in love with. So...
The woman that you've fallen in love with? God, I like the sound of that.
Yeah?
You know what you've done? You have made me break my concentration.
Yeah, well, good. I think you need a break.
There is only one thing that I break for when I am preparing for a trial.
Look, baby, I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go have a little chat with these ladies over here. My guess is they're from out of town, and they don't have a clue of the shark pool that they're swimming in. Assuming that these guys haven't introduced themselves as Landview's favorite rapist.
Accused rapist. And anybody is going to poop a party, you know, with that kind of news the night before the trial? You think it should be the prosecuting attorney?
No, you're right. But if something's not done, one of those girls just might get hurt.
There's no law against me, you know, indulging in a little girl talk. Is there? Excuse me. Excuse me, ladies. Can I bend your ear for a second?
Do I know you?
Look, but you don't know these guys either, do you?
Who's she?
District Attorney's girlfriend.
Stacy, Jill, leave some money on the table. We're out of here.
Well, we just got here.
And now we're just leaving, so move it.
Hey, wait a minute here. Wait, excuse me, what did you just say? What did you just say to her?
I just told her who you fellows are.
Oh, really? You don't even know who we are.
Well, the women who hang around you are getting hurt real bad. You know what happened to Marty? I'm not going to let happen again.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me tell you something, lady, okay? The only person who hurt Marty Saybrook was Marty Saybrook, okay? The girl is a loony bird, and anybody who buys one word of her story is just as crazy as she is. I didn't rape her. Nobody raped her.
You really think you're gonna get away with this, don't you?
Zach! I'm surprised at you. I didn't think this was the kind of place friends of my son Todd hung out in.
Hi, Mr. Manning. I was just...
I've been waiting for Todd in my hotel room. Where is he, Zach?
I really don't know, sir. I was,
Who are you? I'm the district attorney. I'm the man that's gonna put your son behind bars.
You're right. There was a time when Megan's behavior, right after she found out how sick she was very much like Marty's in one of her wilder days. Do you remember how furious Megan was with me for a time?
Mom, she was scared and she was in pain.
Yes, precisely. That is Larry's point. Megan was very confused. She imagined that all the people who loved her best were out to get her. She told me I had betrayed her. All I ever wanted to do in my whole life was to protect that girl. Do you remember that rampage that she went on? She got incredibly drunk.
Well, that sounds a lot like Marty, doesn't it? Feeling scared and angry, being lonely, and then taking it out on herself.
Yes, and on all the people around her, like you and your friends.
Marty's lupus is under control, isn't it?
As long as she takes care of herself.
Yes, and if she doesn't, if she lets herself get out of control and does not take her medication and drinks too much, isn't it possible that she could be subject to those same mood swings that would cause her to imagine that she had been hurt when in fact she hadn't?
Yes, it's possible.
Larry, will you please tell that to Nora Gannon? This could be the one thing that we have that could save Kevin.
If you're taking prescription medicine, you may not think it makes a difference which pain reliever you use, but the truth is, it's an important decision, and you should be especially careful. With certain prescriptions, doctors recommend Tylenol when you need a pain reliever. In fact, doctors recommend Tylenol the most for people taking the leading ulcer, asthma, or high blood pressure medicines.
Yeah, I've already been subpoenaed by Nora.
You have?
Yes, this morning. She wants me to testify as an expert witness on Marty's lupus symptoms.
Will you say what you just told us, then? That Marty's illness could cause her to imagine things?
Vicki, I will certainly talk about how a chronic disease can be stressful, especially when the patient isn't taking care of herself, and I can talk about the effects that stress has on perception, but I cannot testify as to what Marty's got going on in her mind. Only Marty can do that. But I do truly believe that Kevin is not guilty of rape, and I just hope that anything I say in court will prove that.
Hey, just know you're behind me, Larry. Thank you very much.
Kevin, you're going through a lot right now, and you just got to hang in there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Listen, if you need anything, or if anyone needs anything at all, you call me, all right?
All right.
And Vicki, please, would you keep me posted on Clint's condition?
Thanks so much.
Okay.
Well, what do you think about what he said?
I don't know, Kevin. If Larry is right, then I suppose Marty's belief that she was raped could be some sort of stress-related drunken fantasy.
Doesn't seem as if you believe that, though.
Honey, I've seen her. I've seen the pain and the fear on her face. It's very real.
Yeah, but couldn't that be because this horrible fantasy seemed so real to her at the time?
I suppose so. I mean, I know I've certainly had nightmares in which I've awakened and felt as frightened as if something awful had really happened.
Well, then, so if Marty is confused, then she is not to be held responsible for these accusations. She honestly thinks she's telling the truth.
Oh, honey, I'm sure she does.
So then she's been through all this pain for nothing. It's sad.
Everything about this case is sad.
Well, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Why? Well, I was supposed to be at Rhodey's by now.
Oh, go. Is it important?
I don't know. Powell called me and told me to meet him there. I hope there's nothing wrong. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
So, you're the man who had the gall to bring this trumped-up charge of harassment against my son.
This is not a charge of harassment. It's rape. And it's up to a jury, not you, not me, to figure out if that charge is false.
Even the most modest of investigations will show that it's common knowledge in this town that this Saybrook piece of goods is a world-class tramp. So isn't it clear what really happened the night of the so-called rape? The girl had fun. And then she got guilty. Happens all the time. It's what I call morning after religion. Because that's when you get it, my friend. After you've had the fun.
Unbelievable.
What your son and his buddies did to Marty was not fun. It was more like a pack of wild dogs fighting for a prize. And that's how they treated her. Like a piece of meat.
Well, so much, I guess, for innocent until proven guilty, huh?
No, I still have to prove what's in my gut. That these all-American boys, including your son, are guilty of sin. And that's exactly what I plan on doing tomorrow. You know, Mr. Manning, men like you have a very strange morning after religion. Nice women are trophies. And women who you think are tramps deserve what they get. Well, guess again, pal. What Marty deserves is what I'm gonna fight to win for her in court tomorrow. Justice from the animals who raped her.
Sweet pea, are you as nervous as I would be about this trial tomorrow?
Every time I think about it, my stomach just...
Oh, so does mine, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'll let you know how everything goes.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be in that courtroom with you whenever I can, just as close to you as I can get, so I can beam all my love and my support right on into your heart. There's one thing, though, I want you to carry with you.
Oh, thanks, Luna, but, you know, I don't really believe in this.
Well, do you believe in the power of friendship? Because everybody here supports you, and that's what that hunk of rock stands for.
I'm really glad I've gotten to know you. I just wish I'd known you before. I could have helped you when you went through this.
Let me tell you something. You are helping me. Don't you know that, honey?
Hey, Marty, a bunch of us fans would like to know if you'd knock out some tunes on the piano.
Oh, I don't, not this time. I haven't been practicing lately.
Marty, look, don't you think it would be good if you got back to your music? I'm sure you miss it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe one piece, but then someone else.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let me get that juice.
Come in. Cousin Dave, we're here. Say, nice place you got here. Oh.
Dave, you remember that...
Marty, you mind if I come and sit by you for a while?
If you really want to.
Why wouldn't I?
Because you gave me a wonderful party and I had to go and ruin it.
Oh, you didn't ruin anything. We all know what kind of pressure you're going through right now.
I didn't know I'd react like that. I started to play and I had the strangest feeling. It was like music was coming from someplace far away. And then I realized it was far away. Part of the life that I had before. Part of my life is gone forever. And I don't know, it just felt like the ground opened up and I couldn't get back across.
I know that's how it seems. But I bet you're wrong. I bet there's a way back, somehow, to the things that used to make you happy.
How?
I don't know just yet.
It's not just my past that I've lost. I keep thinking about the future. I'm so afraid that if I lose this trial, I lose my future and I've got nothing left at all.
Even if you lose, and my money says you won't, you'll still have me for what it's worth. I could be your future, or a part of it, anyway. I mean, I'd like to be. And that's not something you have to answer yes or no to right away. You can take all the time you need. Because I'm not going anywhere. When you need me, if you need me, I'm gonna be right here by your side.
I want to believe you. I want to believe you. It's like music. I hear your words, and they seem so far away.
That's because you're scared. You know, I always used to think that being scared was kind of like being underwater.
Yeah, it's true. Only I feel like I'm drowning.
Nora. You said the only thing you break for when you're preparing for a trial is Chinese food. You're not eating.
I guess I'm not as hungry as I thought I was.
You still worried about tomorrow?
Who ordered vegetable mushu? I hate vegetable mushu.
You ordered that.
Sorry. Guess I'm a little more shook up than I thought.
Look, I think you need to brush up on your interrogating skills. Why don't you just interrogate me?
I don't think so, Pope.
No, why not? I'm as serious as a heart attack. Put me right up on the witness stand and just give me hell. I'd like to see if you're all that you're cracked up to be.
Is that a challenge, Buchanan?
Yes, that's a challenge, yeah.
Step into the witness box. Now.
No, I'm stepping. I'm stepping.
So, Mr. Buchanan.
Wait, don't you want to swear me in first?
I don't even know what the charge is.
I'm a burglar. I just tiptoe into the lives of incredibly beautiful women, and then I just steal their hearts.
Baby, is it just me, or is the atmosphere kind of thick in here?
I could use a little fresh air.
What do you say we get out of here? I'll see you and your spitting image in court.
That's all we need. An uppity district attorney.
Yeah, he just got elected because he was an ex-football player.
Well, that's a lot more than my son's going to be now, isn't it? Well, I'm glad I didn't find Todd here with you, drinking and making fools of yourselves. I mean, do you want the jury to think that you have no regard for public opinion? That you think it's just fine to hang around in some low-rent bar? That's the thinking of a rapist.
Mr. Manning, we didn't rape anybody.
Then why are you acting as if you might have? When you see Todd, tell him I'm waiting for him.
God, poor Todd. That guy would scare the pants off of anybody.
Look, can we just talk about something else, all right, for a while? I don't even want to think about Todd or his old man. If I had never met Todd, I might even have a life right now.
Oh, come on, man. Things aren't as bad as all that.
You're kidding, right? If we lose this case, we're going to jail. And I'm not talking about one of those country clubs, Zach. Hard time, I think they call it, like 10, 20, 30 years with guys who will kill you if you look at them wrong.
No, nobody is going to prison. Okay? So just get a grip.
I'm scared, Zach. I've been having this dream, like I'm in this room that's smaller than a coffin, and then I wake up sweating, my heart's pounding, and then I know it's not a dream. They are gonna lock us up so tight.
Why, Paul? What makes you so sure we're going to jail?
Hi, I'm Walt Willey. I play Jackson Montgomery on All My Children. I asked that my next scene be with a beautiful co-star, and look what they gave me. New Konica Super XG color print film. With this sharp...
How many hearts have you stolen, Mr. Buchanan?
I'll take the 5th.
Let the record show that Mr. Buchanan refused to be specific about the number of hearts that he has stolen.
Well, no, it's just hard to remember right now, except the most recent.
Would you care to tell the court the event that happened recently?
Well, I'm about to pull off the heist of a lifetime.
Ah, and what is the unfortunate victim's name of this heist of a lifetime?
Well, I'm looking at her right now as we speak, counselor. Anyway, I'm just about to steal her heart this one magical night, and all of a sudden she just makes off with mine, and I didn't even get it at first.
What was your reaction when you did get it?
Are you talking about the night that I saw this gaping hole where my heart used to be?
Your Honor, the witness is being unresponsive.
Can I show you how I responded?
If the court pleases, and the court pleases.
Sorry. We didn't mean...
No, that's okay. No, we were just,
Well, the doctors say if Clint can just sit still and behave himself, he'll be back in shape in no time.
That's a pretty big if. You know how antsy Clint can get when he can't move around.
Yeah, I do. Well, he's just frustrated. He wants to be right here at Kevin's side.
Yeah.
He just wants to get out of that bed. He wants to get back home.
I bet he does. Sit down. How you doing? You must be tired.
Oh, I'm fine. I got a little sleep. I want to come up here. I want to see how everybody's doing. How's Kevin? Is he okay?
Yeah, I guess. You just missed him.
How about yourself? You all right?
I have to be. Oh, Cord, it is so frustrating for me. Knowing so positively that Kevin is innocent, and I cannot do a thing to prove it.
Well, that's what we got to do then. We got to go out. We got to find some proof to show that beyond a shadow of a doubt, Kevin is innocent.
Yeah, but there is nothing in this case that is straightforward.
Dad, I can just imagine how tough this must be for you.
Everything is uncertain now. I guess life has always been that way. I just have never felt it quite so keenly before.
Well, we got to hold on to the things that we know, and what we know is that Kevin is innocent, right?
Yes, I know that. But will a jury know that? That's what frightens me so much. I feel so helpless, Cord. I feel like all I can do is pray.
Becky, come on, that's a lot. Miracles happen all the time. Hey, come on, look at me. You know, I got shot, point blank, in the chest. Fell into a river. I didn't bleed to death. I didn't drown. In fact, I survived a year in a prison camp. All those are miracles, all right? We just got to keep hoping for a couple more miracles. I'll hope for a miracle that maybe I can work something out with Tina, and the biggest miracle we got to hope for is that we can save Kevin.
Oh, God, I want that so much.
You just got to believe then, okay? Have faith. Have faith, Vicky.
Oh.
Here, Kevin, why don't I just pour you a cold?
No, I don't want a beer, Powell. But I do want to know why you are so afraid.
Because he's a wuss, that's why.
Zach, I'm serious, all right? Now, why would we go to jail? We are innocent, aren't we?
No, see, Kevin, Powell has got this idea that there could be this gross miscarriage of justice, right? That we, all four of us, do time for a crime that we didn't commit. And then, when we're broken down old men, we become this famous cause celeb. Free the Laneview Four. I'll tell you what, you knock some sense into this guy. I'm gonna go get another drink.
The last thing I think you need is another pitcher of beer. Yeah, you got any better ideas? Yeah, I do. Why don't you go home and get some rest? The last thing we want to do is show up in the court tomorrow looking like a bunch of crazy playboys, you know?
So what, you mean you think we should wear disguises?
What are you talking about?
Kevin, I've been holding back, but I can't anymore. There's something you honest to God need to know.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Obviously.
So, if I may be so bold, what are you doing here?
How soon they forget. Nora, you used to complain when we were married. You know, the way I had to spend a few hours pacing the courtroom floor the night before an important case.
Speaking of faulty memories, I was the one that used to complain because you stole that particular trick from me.
Sheila, looks like they're going to be at it a while.
I mean, I
want to
am
grab a dumpling.
very flattered that you are still imitating my battle plans, but it's not going to do you any good. You know, not at least for this particular trial starting tomorrow.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Because you're going to lose the case. Because you don't have a case.
Nora, if I was representing the scum that you are, I'd be slinging the same bull.
You know, if I was representing the pathological liar like Marty Saybrook, I'd throw in the towel before it got too embarrassing.
Problem is, I've never been a quitter.
Not in the courtroom, no. But I've never backed down from a tough fight either.
All right. We'll leave it at that. And may the best lawyer win.
I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, in court.
Well, I'm waiting. What is this secret you have to confess?
No, it's probably not a huge deal, Kevin, really. If I could go back to the night of spring fling, you know, like travel back in a time machine or something, I wouldn't sleep with Marty this time.
Why not? She wanted you, man.
Yeah, I know. She wanted all of us. You know, why do I feel so scummy?
Because you're a romantic. You think that every time you sleep with someone, it has to mean something.
Yeah, it should.
You suppose Marty Saybrook feels that way?
Probably not. That's why I shouldn't have done it with her, even though she wanted me to, you know. I mean, that's why I'm so mad at myself. And I think you're probably mad at me too, Kevin. Probably hate my guts.
No, I don't hate your guts, Powell. But I just wish you'd live your life for yourself and stop letting people like Todd and Zach show you how to live it. All right? You gotta stand up for yourself. No matter what.
Dear Lord. Oh, court, I don't know what to pray for. I don't want any more hurt to come to Marty Saybrook, but I do not want my son going to jail for something he didn't do.
Okay. Listen, why don't we try to say it like this? Lord, if there's a way that the truth could come out and do as little damage to our friends and loved ones, if there's a way that this truth could help our family and our friends start to heal, please help us find that way. Also, Lord, please help Clint to get better real fast and come home where he's needed so much.
Hey, everybody. Look who I found.
I was just looking up at the sky and thinking about how lonely it used to make me feel. You know how the stars, they seem so far away. And the darkness, it just goes on and on and on. And I started to cry. Because I didn't feel alone like that anymore. I have such unbelievably wonderful friends, all of you here in this room. And I just wanted you to know that no matter what happens tomorrow or in the days after, no matter what the outcome outcome of this trial is. The gift you gave me. I'm gonna hold on to that for the rest of my life.
In a funny way, that sounded a lot like a prayer.
Don't tell me I'm getting religious in my old age.
Yeah. If no one has any objections, I'd sure like to offer prayer.
Please.
Dear Lord, we know that you work in ways that we cannot comprehend. But something has brought us all here together tonight, here at Marty's house. And I feel that that something is you. You're speaking to us in a quiet voice, telling us to have faith, telling Marty to have faith in you and your love, to help get her through the dark days ahead. Amen.
Amen.
She wanted love.
I'm trying to help.
He wanted control.
You trying to help Ike?